beauties, welcome back. Surprise! I have another bonus video for you guys that wasn't expected. So before I even get into the whole story of why I'm filming this for you guys, and you already know by the title, but I'm just gonna tell you the backstory to it. My beauties, welcome back to my channel. My new subscribers, thank you so much. I love you guys, and thank you so much for all the love, the comments, all my people just entering the giveaway. I will be announcing that on Tuesday. I'm so excited for one of you guys to just win this, I guess you want to call it a starter kit if you don't have any makeup and you want to start somewhere. I'm really excited to just give back to one of you guys and for one of you guys to win it. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, so I'm so hype. Okay, so you already know by the title, we're gonna be talking about the Jawbreaker palette today. It is what I have literally all over my face, you guys. Oh my gosh, it has been a morning and a half with this palette. It's Sunday, I'm off. It is, what's today's date? It is June 23rd, you guys. Okay, so I'm not going to, I think I'm probably going to put in maybe 2 pictures in this video just to coincide with a couple of things that I'm going to be saying. And then I'm not going to put in a whole picture of the collection because if you follow Jeffree Star, you already know what the whole collection looks like, what it entails, what's in the collection. So I'm not going to do that. If you are part of the makeup community in any single way, shape, or form, you already know who he is. You already know about the collection. So I'm just going to move on. What do I have all over my face? Basically the palette. I did use my Jeffree Star, products today. So I used my setting powder. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna, say it again. I can't stop wearing this shit. I really can't. It just makes my face look so flawless. It is probably it is my favorite foundation right now. My favorite drugstore foundation. And it just makes, you guys, my face, every time I put it on, it just becomes with my skin. It's so breathable. It's so flexible. I just freaking love this foundation. If you guys have not tried this foundation and you are looking for something comfortable, you guys, and one that is just silky and it's buildable and it just smooths all over your face and just flawless. I can't. Go pick it up and try it out. It is amazing. And then the only thing that I did that's not like Jeffree Star is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. You know I'm an eyeliner snob, you guys, and I put this on my waterline. And I really love their eyeliners. I have to buy more of these because they do not budge. And they're so pigmented, so gel-like, absolutely so good. I love them. I used my ColourPop Medium 26, which is my favorite concealer right now. And then of course I popped on my Androgyny Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick. So that is what I have on the lips right now. Okay, so before I actually dive into the colors and stuff with the palette, I do want to give out 2 quick shout outs. One is to my BFF because I finally used the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brushes that she bought me at the beginning of this year. And I absolutely love them, you guys. I did not want to taint a brand new palette with brushes that I freaking need to clean. I've just been, procrastinating and I need to freaking clean my brushes. And I wanted brand new brushes, clean brushes to mess with it because I did not want to taint anything in it. So just, I'm working with the colors that are in this and not mixed with other colors from brushes that are freaking not clean. I need to get my life together, you guys. You already know this. So anyways, but yeah, shout out to my BFF because she bought me these brushes and I absolutely love them. They're so good. I used this one, and then I used my new Professional Makeup NYX blending brush to blend out my edges and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, this brush by NYX is so flipping soft to the touch. It's number 16 and that's what it looks like, you guys. It's so good. I love it. And the bristles have not fallen off or anything. So quick shout out to my best friend for that. And then a quick shout out to my friend Jasa because she was so gracious enough, you guys, to lend me her palette. She hadn't even used it. We went to Morphe on Friday on the launch day, and I kid you not, it was just such like a crazy trip with her. Like, I got out at 6:15 at work. I ran home. I took a shower, got ready. She got out at 7, like changed at work, picked me up, and we were just like out and like on our way to Morphe, because Morphe is about 30 to 40 minutes depending on traffic away from us. So we was just like zooming, trying to get in there. I Snapchatted about it. We had such a ball. We laughed so much. We literally like freaking like speed walk, almost ran through the mall to try to get to Morphe on time. I think we got there at like about 8:15 or something like that. So yeah, and they had it, you guys. Like they still had the lipsticks in stock. They still had both of the palettes. They had all the lip scrubs, and that's another thing that I bought really quick. The only thing I wanted to get from this collection was the pineapple juice lip scrub, and I was able to pick this up, and it smells like a freaking dream, you guys. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, I love the packaging, but I will say I like used it, and the sugar in this is like really, it's a bit chunky for my liking, but the fact that it's edible and that it smells like a dream, I absolutely love the packaging. It was $12, and for this size you get a lot of product for $12. I'm still like kind of in love with the ColourPop one, just because the sugar is a lot more finer in that one than in this one. But it's all good because I know I'm gonna freaking use this. Yeah, I wanted that, and then I wanted the mirror, but of course Morphe doesn't sell merchandise like that in store. 39 minutes into the launch, the mirror that I wanted was already sold out. And I know Morphe still had it online, but I'm really trying to just like be on budget, you guys. Like, I literally only spent $12 on Friday. That was it. $12. That was it. Like, so shout out again to Jasa for being just so gracious and lending me this palette so I can review it for you guys on my channel. So thank you, Jasa. I love you, girl. That's everything that I have on my face. And of course, you already know what the box looks like. This is the box that it comes in. And before I dive into my experience with this palette, I'm gonna tell you the colors that I used, because I really tried to use as many colors as I could. So I pretty much used Cute, and that's a story and a half, and I'm really disappointed in that color. You know that I'm still like, I'm always gonna, no matter how like much support I get from you guys, and how, you know, however big my channel will get with you guys, because of you guys, I always want to be as truthful as possible and transparent with you guys about anything and everything that we talk about this channel. So that is like my number one thing for you guys on my channel, is just being truthful. So Cute, I used it, and I'm very disappointed in this color. It did not work for me at all, and I'll tell you the story why. I used FUCK, I used Suck, I used Delicious, and I absolutely fell in love with that color, you guys. Oh my gosh, it literally lives up to its name because it's freaking delicious. I used a Lemon Drop, I used Cherry Wet, I really love that color. I used Good Morning, a little bit of Virgin. Like, I really try to dive into this palette as much as I could. I have Cotton Candy on my lower lash line, like in the tight line, and then I used Jawbreaker as a highlighter. So yeah, you guys, so before I like get into that, that is what's all over my eyes. This is what I came up with. You can see the highlighter, the blush, everything. Oh, and the blush is from the palette too. So this is what I came up with. Now, it may look a little different with Lemon Drop on my inner corners with the cut crease. I'm still learning the cut crease, but this one, like if I close my eyes, they're pretty much even, but because this eye is a lot more hooded, it's gonna look like it's not even. But trust me, you guys, I freaking spent just 3.5 hours in the bathroom working with this palette to get it the way that it was today, or just like now, and I really, really like it. It's a palette to work with, but this is what I came up with, and I really, really like it. I really like how the edges came out and how that color Delicious just like blended in, and it didn't come out muddy or anything like that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so let's talk about Jawbreaker. Packaging, absolutely love. It is out of this world. I feel like Jeffree really, really just puts thought into his collections, and especially like the packaging. The packaging is just like, I can't, there is some weight to it, and this is his biggest palette. I think this is palette number 8. I think this is like number 7, and then the little one is like 8. So like a bundle, I guess, together is 8 if you want to call it. But yeah, so the packaging is different. It's not like hard and bulky like the blood sugar one because I'm like, you can see the difference, but it is, you know, a bit like, it is a bit bigger as well. So, because obviously there's a lot more shadows in here, and then there's about like 7 shimmer shadows. I will insert a picture because I compared Jawbreaker to blood sugar last night. Like, I was just going back and forth looking at some colors, and there was some similar colors, or like in the similar like color scheme, but I'm gonna just post a picture of some of the ones that I thought that were really similar but were maybe like a tint off, or one was like smoother than the other ones. But anyway, so packaging out of this world, you guys. And again, he always puts thought into it. With this one, it comes with a mirror like most of his, but I love that right away this just flips back for you because of the weight. Like, you didn't even have to kind of like crunch the edge back and like force it like some other palettes. For me personally, like, it may be weird or whatever, but I really like that. I was just like, oh, okay, this is good. I like this. It's very easy. So obviously, you know, you get 24 shades in this. Most of them are mattes. Some are pressed pigments. And then you have some beautiful shimmers as well. I believe there's like a 7, something like that. So yeah, you guys. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is I originally wanted to do a pastel color. I don't think, well, a pastel look, excuse me. I don't think I have ever done a pastel look on my channel for you guys, and I really, really wanted to do something different. Just step out of my box and just like, okay, you know, like this side of the palette was calling my name. But then when I started dabbling with Cute and it just wasn't working out for me, like all of a sudden, like my ideas just started shifting to this side. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay, let's talk about it. I originally started with Cute on my inner corner. And I was packing it on. I had set my base. I put my base on. I set it. And then I went in with like a transition color, which was Good Morning, which was amazing. It blended in so well really quickly. Didn't even have to like no trouble at all. But then I wanted to pack this color Cute in my inner parts, and when I went to like pack it on, there was a lot of fallout. But then I went to go like blend out the edges, and it pretty much just washed the entire color off of my eyelids. I was just like, what is going on with this color? Am I using this color wrong? Why is it not sticking? Why is it not staying? Like, so I tried to do it again, and then I went in with a smaller brush on the edges, and again, it pretty much just like wiped out the color. Like, my experience with Cute was just not good, and it made me so disappointed, you guys. So I feel like if you kind of like cut your crease, which I haven't tried yet, obviously, because I just used this palette this morning, and I tried to use as many colors as I could for you guys. But I feel like if you cut the crease and then pack this one on in like the inner corners the way I did with Lemon Drop, it would look amazing. And then you could put like a shimmer on top of it. That's just me like coming off of the top of my head just thinking about this stuff. But I feel like it would work in a way, that way with Cute. But you guys, like regular for me, I don't like. Leave me comments down below if you have this palette and you've been working with it. And you're using like different techniques with all the colors like that. I would like to know, because there's still a lot that I'm learning and stuff like that. For the most part, I've already come off of being a beginner. Like, I'm not a beginner anymore. Like, I consider myself like in the middle. Like, I'm getting to know like formulas and stuff like that, and different eyeshadows and how to use them and how to do different techniques and things like that. And I've been doing makeup for 4 years now. And I've been on YouTube for 1. So yeah, I'm just like, guys, like, leave me comments and like no negativity. I'm just being honest, but Cute was just not cute for me. And it really, like, I wanted to live for this color so bad, you guys. You have no idea. Like, when I first saw this palette drop, that was the first color that I went to, and you guys know why. I mean, like, you know my favorite color by the backdrop of my room. So yeah, I'm really disappointed in this color. So if you've made it work for you, let me know, because I would like to know, you guys, seriously. So then obviously when that one didn't work for me, I was just like, you know what, let's do like a pink thing for Jeffree. So I went in with Cherry Wet, and you guys, this color, it is so beautiful. I feel like I've never come across a type of pink like this. Like, this is probably one of the best pinks I've ever played with, and I absolutely love it. My mom cracked up over the names of it last night. Like, oh my gosh, no, please, no. I don't want there to be a scratch on this. Jason's gonna kill me. I'm sorry, Jasa. But Cherry Wet, absolutely beautiful. I put it all over like the top of my lid and then into my crease. And then that's when I was like, you know what? I kind of like want to darken the sides. And I try to use raspberry in the sides. But you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This color, I don't know if it's because they pressed it in so hard. But this is the only color because I've pretty much swatched all of them or like have like felt the consistency and the formula of each shadow. And all of the matte shadows but this one feels nice and soft to the touch, and it wasn't gritty. But this raspberry color, you guys, it's really gritty, and it took me, you know, for me to like dig my brush in there to even get some pigment up on it and to darken the colors, and it just didn't work for me. And you know me that I love some burgundy shades. This is like that dark blood, you know, like blood sugar kind of color. And it didn't work for me. So that's when I was just like, you know what? I want to deepen my corners a bit more like darker. So I was like, let me step outside of my box and let me see how Cherry Wet will mix with Delicious. And I absolutely fell in love with this color, you guys. Oh my gosh, this is in between like a blue and a purple. So that's why it looks purple in the corner, but Cherry Wet and Delicious blended in so well together. It did take a while for me to blend my edges, but that's okay because after you like buff it out and just keep going at it and adding more color and building it up, they're totally buildable. They did not get muddy on me at all. I really like how this, like, I really enjoy how this look came out. And I'm really happy that I'm getting a little better with my cut crease too. Like patience, you guys, with makeup goes a long way, and practice literally makes perfect. Like when makeup artists, like my lipstick Nick, freaking love her, oh my gosh, anyways, when they tell you to like practice makes perfect and you just keep doing it and keep working at it and keep going and going and going, you're just gonna get better with time, you guys. So yes, so absolutely love that color. And then what else did I do? I mixed in Snack and Lemon Drop for the inner corners to cut the crease. So that's what I did. Those, you guys, like these colors, oh my gosh, like simple to the touch. They're super buttery. They are a little bit delicate when you use a brush on it. You can go in with your finger to get more of the color on your lids, more pigment. But you guys, like I can't, like just absolutely beautiful. So I mixed those two in my cut crease inner corner. Then I used Cotton Candy on my lower lash line, like really like stuck to my line. And then I used Jawbreaker as a highlighter. As you can see, it's just beautiful, you guys. It kind of has like it reminds me of one of my highlighters from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it kind of has like a little orangey lemony shift to it, which is, it's just beautiful. It's very different and I really like it. And then I went in with FUCK and I mixed it in with Suck, and that's what I got for my blush. So I really wanted to dive into this palette as much as I can to show you guys that you can use these shades for like basically to make your whole face. Like it's just great. It's really great. So with that being said, you guys, I do want to tell you that if you are a beginner, I don't think buying this palette would be a good thing to start off with, because you're going to look at this palette, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what the hell do I do with this palette? I don't know how to use this crap. And your $60 is going to pretty much go down the drain. And by the time you end up like getting real good with your makeup, you know, however long that is, it could be like you never know. Like everyone is different learning makeup and how long it takes them to get really good with makeup. And this could dry out by that time. You know what I mean? So just to keep a heads up. But for me personally, if you are a beginner with makeup, I don't think this is such a good palette for you to invest in. I'm not saying that the palette is not good, because you guys, this palette is freaking amazing, and eventually I'm going to buy this palette. I'm just letting you know right now. If you are like me, where you do play with a lot of color and you know you have an idea of how to mix them and how to create with them and you're getting better with it, absolutely. If you're thinking about getting a colorful palette and incorporating it into your collection, I would definitely recommend this palette, you guys, because this palette is really insanely good. Like, it's really, really good. You know, I've had my little dab with Cute or whatever, but that doesn't mean that the whole palette is crap, because it's not. It's absolutely beautiful. Some of these shades, I'm like, some of the shades that I think I wouldn't like, I've absolutely fallen in love with. Like, you know, Cherry Wet and Delicious. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this crap is freaking delicious. You know what I mean? So, but yes, if you are a more neutral person and you are thinking about buying a colorful palette, I would definitely recommend this. It is $58 if I haven't mentioned that. So if you're working with a budget, I would just save for it. I don't want to, like, I'm sorry you guys, I don't want to encourage Afterpay, because that could just get you in trouble. But if your finances are pretty good, then you shouldn't have any problem just getting the palette. But it is an option if you guys really want this palette. But again, if you want to just like step outside of your box, outside of your comfort zone, and you're more of a neutral girl, but you're like, you know what, I really want to start playing with color and seeing what I can do with it, I definitely recommend this palette. I also want to mention, if you have never bought a palette by, I'm going to put this down because it's like, there's a little weight to it, you guys, but you already know what it looks like. The thing that I definitely want to mention to you guys is that if you have never bought any palette by Jeffree Star, like at all, and you're toying with the idea of finally giving in, because his products are amazing, and you're finally toying with the idea of like, okay, I really want to invest in one of his palettes, you know, which one should I get? And I'm not going to say this just because it's a new launch, just because it's his new palette. No, all of that aside, I would really invest in Jawbreaker if I didn't have any of his other palettes, just because of the fact that I feel like he put a piece of every other palette that he has and incorporated it into Jawbreaker, and I'm going to explain why this is my theory. So if you haven't thought about this yet, what's his first one? I feel like Beauty Killer and just Androgyny right here, the bottom line. This whole bottom line, it, like, if you go back and forth and look at his other palettes, there's, you know, similar like color family shades in here that can compare to those colors. You have like the Alien palette colors here. There's some there from Alien. Like, this is just me thinking about, like, there's a piece of every other palette that he owns in here, you guys. Just different shades, different tints to it. These right here, obviously, like the reds, Blood Sugar. You've got a little bit of Blue Blood here. You already have two same shades in this one that's in the Mini Breaker. And then, what's his other palette that I'm missing? I think that's it. Like, and Thirsty. And you have the Thirsty vibes right here with some of the, like, vibrant orangey warm tones and pastel colors. So I really just feel like, okay, what can, you know, like, he just thought about, how can I make such a fun palette and really think about it. And I really thought that, you know, with Jawbreaker, he has a piece of basically his whole, you know, makeup company in this palette, and it's absolutely amazing. It's complete genius. I absolutely love this palette, and I'm going to be purchasing it later on. Not now, but later on. So with that being said, you guys, again, if you've never bought any of his palettes before, I definitely recommend just picking this one up, because it has a little bit of everything from all the other palettes that he has in his line. Basically, you already know my trials and tribulations with this palette. It is absolutely beautiful. Like, I just can't. I love the packaging. I love that there's a mirror in it and it just flips back real easy. And I can't. Like, it's a really, really good palette, you guys. So I just wanted to let you know my little experience with it. There was a couple, you know, there was To the Shadows, there was Kick Up, there was, you know, Fallout and stuff like that. So if you're still learning how to use makeup, I would definitely do my eyes first with this shadow and then clean it up and then go in and do the rest of your face. But, you know, you can, if you're a freaking like true MUA, and you know how to like put setting powder under your face and you're already used to doing your face first, put setting powder under, and then you could just dab it all away and you'll be fine. But me, I'm like, I really just don't, like, it's just me. I don't know. It's just how I work. Like, if I know there's a palette that has Fallout, I'm going to do my eyes first and then go and do my face. It doesn't really bother me to do it either way. So that is it. But yeah, you guys, that's my like review on this gorgeous palette. So that's it. And again, thank you to Jasa for lending me it. Final thoughts: if you're a neutral person and you're thinking about getting a colorful palette that has a little bit of everything, you can, you know, grab this palette. And you guys, like, this palette is very, very versatile. Like, you may look at it and you may think like, oh my gosh, it's so colorful, what do I do with it? Which you can do a lot with this palette. It's very versatile. You can do grungy looks, you can do pastel looks, you can basically do a look with this palette for every freaking holiday in the year. Like, for me personally, I feel like this palette is a year-round palette. You could do holiday looks with it. You could do summer looks with it, spring looks with it. Again, grungy, you know, monochrome. Like, you can just do all kinds of stuff with this palette if you really think outside the box, you guys. So, yeah, if you're thinking about getting a colorful palette, I recommend it. I'm going to buy it later on. Love the packaging. $58, you guys. And if you're a fan of his and you just like collecting his shit, just buy it. Like, who cares? Just freaking buy it. You want the palette, just buy it. I mean, no me importa. Like, I don't care. Just freaking get it. But yeah, so definitely. And if you don't own anything by him and you want a little bit of everything, trust me, there's a little bit of every single palette that he has made in this palette. So I truly recommend this palette, you guys. But that is it for this video, you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, please, if it helped in any way, shape, or form, you guys. If it helped you decide on whether you should buy it or not, leave me comments down below and give this video a thumbs up. I'm really trying to get better at being a lot more informative with you guys, and I wanted to do this right away because, you know, everything that I just went through with this palette this morning is fresh in my mind, and I just wanted to give you that information so you guys can just make a decision from there. So I love you guys. I will see you on Tuesday, and I'm going to I'm going to reveal the winner, but I'm going to reach out to them first, whoever it is, because obviously I haven't chosen the winner yet. I'm going to reach out to them first to make sure that it's okay that I mention them on Tuesday's video. So with that being said, you guys, I love you. Don't forget